Hi, I'm Rachit Khator and I'm the founder of Stackby. Today, let's talk about how you can create an inventory management tool for your business. With this tutorial, you will learn how you can manage all your products, the catalog of those products, manage all your vendors or suppliers, manage all your purchase orders with the vendors, as well as sales orders with your customers. And all of it would be linked together to give you the real-time stock and inventory of your products. Now let's see how we can start building. So I have opened an inventory management stack here in Stackby. There are essentially 6 tables in this tool. So there is the products table, which manages all your products, the SKUs that you have, the images, and so on. Then there is a suppliers table where you're managing all your suppliers, their contact information, and which products do they deal with. Your purchase orders, where you're essentially going to manage all your purchases with the suppliers that you have on a particular product. And your customers. So these are all the customers who have essentially, given you orders, right? Sales orders. And there are 2 tables for orders. One is the sale orders, which is essentially like the bigger order that can have multiple line items. So what we're going to do is there is a sales orders table, and sales orders table is also linked to individual line item orders. And we'll see how all of this gets connected, and you can create like an inventory, like a real-time stock of your inventory of all these products. So let's start with the first table. So in the products table, you're essentially managing all your products, the images, if you have any like product barcode. And here you will see that how many units have been ordered, units have been sold, and the real-time inventory of each of those products. So what we have done here is the first thing that you want to talk about is purchase orders, right? You want to bring how many units that you have particularly ordered for that particular product. So before we do that, if you want to create like a custom product catalog of all these products, so the first thing that you do is you add all the product information, add the images of the products, the price, and so on. And you go to a view and you create a gallery view. Now the gallery view will allow you to create like a gallery view of that product. So since you've already created it, so you will see you can create a view like this. You can customize the cards to add images to this, right? And we've added 2 buttons to this. One is, let me just remove the revenue first from this. Yeah, so there are 2 buttons. One is receive product, right? When you want to add a purchase order, or when this particular product is sold. So when you're working as a team, you can just share this particular view link to your team, and these 2 buttons will open up a form. One is a purchase order form, and other is a sales order form, which makes this whole process very simple. So all you need to do is just click on one of these links, which product are you purchasing and which product are you selling, and let that team member add that information, and automatically that information would come into Stackby. So this is like a basic product catalog that you can create. Now the first thing that we are going to do is basically go to the purchase orders table. Now in this purchase orders table, we know that we've created an ID of the purchase orders. So essentially the first thing is there is an order auto number column type that we've selected. What is the order date? What is the status of that order? What is the total quantity, the supplier price, the total price, which is nothing but supplier price per unit into quantity as a formula, and what time did it arrive, whether it has arrived, any invoice of that particular purchase order, so you can add an attachment, whether this has been paid, and who was the supplier and what was the particular product. So now what we're going to do is there is a first, we have to basically create a form in the purchase orders. So the forms is called, the purchase order form. And here we are essentially going to drag and drop to create a form like this. First is the products that, the products that you want to order, which supplier, what is the quantity, order date, and the supplier price per unit, right? So you basically open this form. So you see there's a purchase order form already created. So in this one, you basically select all your orders, like all your products. Select, say, let's just say I want to order apple from this particular supplier, Nature's Basket. The quantity is 100, order date is this much, and the supplier price per unit is 10. Submit. As soon as a form is submitted, you will see a new order is automatically created. It also gives me the total price. Then you can internally manage when is this arrived, any of the invoices, whether it has been arrived or it has been paid, right? And it is already linked to a particular supplier and a particular product from the products table. So I can send, let's just say order has been sent, for example. Now this particular form, you want to add it in the products table. So what we'll do is, so first is we are going to receive this product because it's a purchase order. So I'm going to create a button column type. Now the button column type, what it does is it executes an individual link associated with that button. So I've created like a URL formula where it's nothing but what I've done is I've copied the form URL from the purchase order and created like within a concat, I want to pre-fill this particular form with the product name already, right? So when you click on that form, like the product is already selected, it's pre-selected. So what you need to do is you need to create a pre-fill form. So I've just copied the purchase order URL and then created a parameter where pre-fill underscore the products, right? From the products table, which is equal to the product, right? So once you add that, what you do is, let's just say you want to receive a particular product, which is an apple. You click on receive a product, you will see that products is already selected, right? Then all you need to do is just select a supplier, add the quantity, add the order date, and the supplier price per unit, right? So this is how like a new row will be then again created in this table, right? And I can send it to all of this. Now, once you do that, automatically what will happen is I've created an aggregation in this particular table where the aggregation is number of units ordered from the purchases column and how many quantity has been purchased. And I can just add the sum of values and add it into an integer. So it automatically gives me the number of units ordered for that particular product. Now the same thing, I want to do it for my sales orders. So when you're adding your sales order, you basically have to first create like a line item order table and then link it to the main sales orders, right? So there is a form that we have created, like a sales order form. Again, very basic form, which product it is, what is the quantity, and what is the selling price, right? Very simple. I've created a line item like a sales order where I'm just collecting these three information. So if I then open this form, so let's just say apple quantity is 10 and my selling price is 12. So automatically in the sales order table, I've already added this, right? Now what I can do is I can basically link it to the main sales orders that, okay, there is a particular customer, right? And that particular customer, has taken this massive order. It could be that one order can have multiple line item orders. So let's just say this is linked to, the A7 order, right? So in the sales orders, I will see that I've created this particular order where line items are already added, right? And who was that particular customer, right? And all my customers are on this particular table, right? So let's just say this order came on 25th. I'm creating like a new order, and the line item orders is Apple and this one. and here's the customer, right? And it automatically creates the revenue of that particular sales order, right? Because I've already linked multiple line item orders to a sales order. So why we have done it? Because a single order can have multiple line item orders, right? And then we also want to bifurcate by different customers, and we want to see the revenue, right? That if there is a particular customer, how much that particular customer has, what is the total revenue from that particular customer? So now same way, what I'll do is I'll take this form link, right? So I've already added this particular form. Take this form link, go to the products table, and here, there is a button column type. Again, what we've done is it's a sold product. I've created like a URL formula where concat is that particular form link and pre-fill it with the product name, right? So when you click on it, it automatically pre-selects the order that you're selling. Then you just have to add the quantity and the selling price, right? So let's just say quantity is 15, selling price is 13. Submit. So automatically it will be gone in the line items table. You can link it to the main bigger order that customer has given, which is the sales order, right? Which we know that Amy has already purchased it, and the total order value will change. Now in the products table, what I've done is, now I know I've done an aggregation again of the sales orders, taken the quantity from the sales orders table, and I've created the sum of it, shown it in an integer. So we know that, okay, units orders is 155, units sold is 64, and the real-time stock of the inventory, which is nothing but units ordered minus units sold, and we want to show it in like units like this in a string text. So it automatically calculates the real-time inventory of that particular product ID. You can also then track the total revenue of that product so far, where I've again done an aggregation from the sales order, taken the revenue column, and just created a sum of it. Very simple. So all of this is automated. All you need to do is just add the products, create those two forms. One is the purchase order form, and other is the sales order form. Link it to those tables, and you automatically get all of this information: unit ordered, unit sold, the real-time inventory, and what is the revenue on that particular product. So this is how you can create your inventory tracker. It's very basic, very easy to use, and it is actually industry agnostic. So whether you're managing your services or your products or individual items, it could be, so in this case we've taken fruits as an example. It could be furniture, it could be textiles, it could be food, it could be a hamper, it could be corporate gifting, it could be anything that you want to basically manage the inventory for. The good part is not just as an inventory management tool, but you can also create like a custom product catalog, right? That you can share it with anyone. So this becomes a single template where you're managing your products, the product catalog, as well as getting the stock of the real-time inventory, right? You can add your team members, and you can say, suppose you want to add your vendor team or your operations team for the purchase orders. So you can only give them access to this particular table or views within this table. And suppose you want to give your salespeople access to the sale orders and the line item order table. So only give them access to these three tables, right? While you as an admin get access to all the 6 tables, and you can get a stock of the real-time inventory. So this is how you do your inventory right, and very easy to customize tool. Usually inventory management is very hard, right? When we look at ERP systems or complicated transactional systems, what we've tried to do is we've tried to use the link, lookup, and aggregation columns, and made the best use of it, right? To create like a very easy to use but scalable inventory management tool. You can also basically do an automation to automatically bring, say, line item orders from, say, Shopify. If you're on e-commerce, you can automatically bring the line item orders and then convert into sale orders, right? So if you're running an e-commerce tool, you can also connect to Shopify or WooCommerce and bring all of this information in real time. Now imagine all your orders are coming in real time. All you need to do is take care of the purchase orders that you're giving to your suppliers, and you get the real-time stock of your inventory. Now that you've created this system, what you can also do is you can also create dashboards, like real-time inventory dashboards, to see all of this, in charts, pivot tables, summaries, and so on. Now let's see how that goes. Just close this view. So there is an apps here. So you can create your own dashboard. I've already added some pre-configured apps here. So basically, I've created like a summary box where what is the total purchases of across all their products, what is the total purchase value, and what is the total revenue, right, from those purchases. I've also created a chart where based on suppliers, how much business we have given to a particular supplier, and all you need to do is let's just say select a table, select a view, add your x-axis, say in this case it's name, and the y-axis is the total order given, right? And you can just you can also group it by different statuses and so on, and change the colors, right? You can see it in a pie chart as well, right, like this, or like a line chart, or like a donut chart. In this case, like a basic bar chart is enough. Just done, and just save it and add it to your dashboard. So all of this would then be real time, be updated, as the information in your tables change. And I've also created like a row overview in terms of the top 5 orders of, in terms of the order value. So you can always see which are the top 5 orders based on the order value, and sales by clients, which particular client has given us how many sales, right? And again, very simple, configure, the x-axis and the y-axis. The x-axis is the client name, and the y-axis is the total revenue of that particular client, and you can see it in like a dashboard like this. You can individually also open this dashboard like this, and configure it the way I want. So I can add as many pivot tables or charts as I want to make it like a real-time dashboard for your executives. So yeah, so do give it a try and let us know what you think. We have also added the link of this template in the video description. So if you like it, just go ahead and click on that template, sign up on the Stackby account, add this template to your workspace, and start managing your inventory today. So let us know what you think, and we are always open for feedback.